Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This reading will take you from the 20th of February to the 1st of March. And because I'm actually away on holiday next week, so no readings, but I'll be posting the monthlies by the weekend, so look out for them. So yeah, you've got, hold on, can you just give me a minute to look at the cards? Very, very feminine energy this week. And interesting enough, your additional guidance card is Yin, which is about being receptive. I'm just going to shut the curtains. Sorry. It's about being receptive rather than going out into the world trying to make things happen. It's about being receptive. It's about allowing. It's about molding and creating, basically. At the bottom of the deck, every single reading just about has pulled this Eight of Cups. So there seems to be a theme going on about people searching for more. The story behind this card is he's got 8 cups and he wants the 10. He wants the completion. So he's off on this journey. It's a spiritual journey because he's wearing a purple robe to find the 2 missing cups. So he can have a sense of completion in his life and a sense of happiness. That sense of having everything in life that you know that you deserve, Sagittarius. The top of the deck, you've got the Page of Swords. So my advice is please be careful of any impulsive action. Okay? I absolutely love this card. The shadow side of this card is I want it, and I want it yesterday. It's a very stressed out nervous system that's quite it's angst. They see in the UK, very, very stressed out nervous system. So please be careful about patience, timing, allowing things to happen for you. Be much more, because you've got 2 queens and the 9 of Pentacles and the Strength card, all very feminine cards. The week seems to be more about nurturing energy, and just be careful of impulsive action. On the other hand, the Page of Swords might point to receiving messages. Okay, is that going back and forward, quite rapid communication. So you start the week with 2 very interesting cards. I really love this combination. You've got the 9 of Swords, which is fear. It's also that shadow side of us, all those old beliefs about ourselves that keep us small, that keep us trapped. For example, you want to go, say, into self-employment, but it's all those fears and all those insecurities of not being good enough, not being this enough. So it could also be anxiety around the future. But you pulled it with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, third eye, and sword has been lit up with divine energy. So you now have this sword to cut through this 9 of Swords to bring clarity to you, okay? She goes forward and she knows, this Queen of Swords knows in the most gentle, loving way how to cut through that thinking process that is keeping you small, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, there's nothing small about your energy. And this Queen of Swords needs to bring the light of truth to that which is keeping you small, all those past hurts, all those past damage. Queen of Swords is also a writer, so this could be writing, that sort of thing. The Queen of Swords is a writer, she's a journalist, but she's particularly a writer because Swords is communication, it's air, it's that sort of thing. But definitely a writing theme, a communication theme here. Some could be journaling. around and trying to heal that, sort of healing that old subconscious mind, all those childhood wounds, basically. And gosh, are you going to be successful? Because right next to these cards, you've got the Strength card. The Strength card is someone who's overcame. She walks hand in hand with her, what used to control her. That sort of small, like our self-sabotage, that part of us that used to control us. She now walks hand in hand with that part of her, okay? She's overcame not by force, she's overcame by patience, by compassion, by personal warmth, not by brute strength, but by being compassionate to your own self, Sagittarius, okay? This is about understanding yourself, bringing that light of truth to yourself and being gentle, kind and warm. Now it's paired with the 9 of Pentacles. So again, this is a great financial card. It's particularly a great financial card for anyone who works for themselves, okay? This is about sort of self-sustaining yourself. It's also about luxury. It's about enjoying the really fine things in life. And if anyone's self-employed, it's going to be a really good week for you. Okay, this is about attracting new clients, attracting what you need. It's also, I always think with this 9 of this, to take pride in what you've accomplished. To, whatever that is, this is someone who's enjoying the fruits of her labour. And you've done it for yourself, Sagittarius. And it is about enjoying it because paired with the Strength card, it's very likely you've had to overcome some difficulties to get there, and you've done it. But that very feminine, very financial theme continues with this Queen of Pentacles. Again, she's someone who's enjoying the fine things in life. You can see her robes, the peacock. She's got mastery over the very practical side of her life, okay? So she probably works in a job that she really loves, or she's working towards that, okay? She's self-sustaining. She understands you reap what you sow, that sort of thing. So this could be just doing a lot of positive affirmations around money. But it's definitely just such a beautiful financial card, okay? So it's feeling safe, feeling secure, paired with the Emperor. That's what I mean. There's a mass. It seems to be a really big financial reading for you, Sagittarius. The Emperor is the archetypal dad of the deck. He goes out, makes a living, provides for the family. Okay, great energy again to go forward and accomplish your goals, particularly the more practical side of those goals. That nitty-gritty side of it, really. The Emperor goes out and does that. Emotionally, quite cold, the Emperor, okay? But I'm not getting this as an emotional reading, Sagittarius. I'm particularly getting this as a very practical, very financial reading. It seems to be you're building from the ground up, which is the best place to build from, and that seems to be what's happening. You're sort of looking at these very practical parts of your life and trying to get them working for you so you can go forward from a very secure base, which you are doing, because this is you going forward. Knight of Wands. So this is either going to be you, this is you going forward on a creative project, because it's Wands, okay? Off you go into your future. You built that security and you're going off into your future. Or this is a fire sign person who's having quite a big influence in your life. And you could be receiving messages from this character. He's a really fun-loving, if it is another person, very fun-loving, very warm person. And it's paired with a Star card, which is light at the end of a dark tunnel. So if any of you have been through a dark personal period. The star is very hopeful that this is about to end. It's also about being willing to be vulnerable, to take risks. It's about allowing yourself to be seen. It's trusting life. Trusting life's got your back. It's taking risks. It's wishing upon a star. It's about having faith. The star is just the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful optimistic cards in the deck. Okay? So if any of you are going forward with new creative ventures, it's beautiful. It's a whole new chapter. If any of you, if this is a person in your life, this person is bringing you great hope and great faith, Sagittarius, and I love it. And I love your reading. Very, very grounded. Really, 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 really practical. Okay? Really grounded. But that's where everything starts from. Okay? It's almost that you're cutting through loads and loads of crap in your head, old thinking patterns that are keeping you stuck. And then you're moving to look after these really practical parts of your life before you venture forward, which is exactly what you are doing by the end of the reading. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope this helped. Now please look out for my monthlies. Hopefully Friday, Saturday, over the weekend are all going out, and no weeklies next week. And I'll miss doing my readings for you, Sagittarius, okay? And I'll speak to you later. Bye.